This is a list of Roman emperors' biggest red flags, because history or the emperors themselves left some things out. So we're going to start at the very beginning with the Julio-Claudians, Rome's first imperial family. Without further ado, let me trauma dump you for them thousands of years later. This is Augustus, heir to Julius Caesar and the first Roman emperor. He started his sneaky crusade against the Republic at 19 years old and was an absolute menace. And this is even though he was small and sickly himself. He let his best friend Agrippa do all the heavy lifting, and Octavian, Augustus, took all the glory. And after he defeated everyone, he kept up the facade that the Republic was still functioning, even though it wasn't, because he was also a very smart man. And not to mention, he exiled his own daughter for being too fun. Next up, we have Tiberius, my least favorite. He was Augustus's adopted heir because him and his mom may or may not have killed off all the others. He was emotionally unavailable and ran off to forsake imperial duties whenever he was stressed out. He was also rumored to be a PDF. And he loved to throw people off the cliff at his imperial palace in Capri. He was a 10 out of 10 nightmare. This is Caligula, my problematic fave. I'm a bit biased, but you can't blame all the unhinged chaos on him. He watched his entire family, parents and siblings included, being murdered off one by Tiberius. He also may have killed Tiberius. But he did have zero impulse control. It was rumored that he made his horse a consul, but this is more likely post-rule propaganda. Next up, we have Claudius, and he was the uncle of Caligula. When Caligula was assassinated, Claudius was found shivering behind a curtain and forced to be emperor. His wife publicly married someone else while he was just a few miles outside the city inspecting a port because he had no backbone. He then changed incest laws so he could marry his niece after he killed off said wife. And lastly, we have everyone's favorite, Nero. Nero had massive mommy problems. His mother, Agrippina, was constantly involved in his crap, so he murdered her in the most absurd way imaginable. He sent her out on a boat that he had rigged to sink, but when it sank, she survived and swam to shore, so then he had her stabbed. He was also way too into acting, and Roman elites found this disgusting, so they really hated him. When people had finally had enough, he couldn't even kill himself honorably. He had a slave do it for him. And his last words were allegedly, "What an artist dies in me." I'm including this statue of Nero and his mother just so you can see how involved she was. This is her, a woman, crowning him emperor, which was not good. Anyways, come back for the Year of the Four Emperors because they were just as chaotic.